This is the charger. You connect a little extension here, and red and is plus and black is minus. So in order to charge it, you basically remove the rubber caps. And put the black clamp on the minus and the red clamp on the plus. It's indicated right here. And then the probe is charging. You can charge it until this light goes green, and then the probe is fully charged. Typically that will be a voltage of about 4.2 volts or 4.1 volts, something like that. Now, you probably should consider recharging the probe if it's about 3.3 or 3.4 volts, somewhere in this area. If you accidentally reverse the clamps on the charging ports, nothing happens. So you don't short circuit the probe, but the probe isn't charging either. So one way to check that, the probe's asleep right now, so we can cycle it again. Press disconnect. Now we're going to connect again. Here as well. Connect to serial port. And there it is. We have connection with the probe again. Now we can check the battery voltage, and it gives you 3.76, just like before. And that's probably an indication that the charging terminals are reversed. So if I actually put them on the right way, you can see that now it reads a higher voltage because the probe is being charged. You can also stream the voltage continuously, and since you can see that the voltage is slightly increasing, that's an indication that the probe is actually being charged.
So what's the command for that?
It's a DV command, display voltage. If you press the escape key, that interrupts the command, and you're back in the terminal window. If you accidentally disconnect while this real-time streaming command is happening, the probe will automatically terminate the command after 2 minutes of inactivity. So you can just, after 2 minutes, you can just reconnect to the probe again. So this is how you charge the probe. It's important to cover the charging pins up again with the rubber caps. If you accidentally forget to put them on and deploy the probe without them, the probe is electrically protected from short circuiting in seawater, but the terminals will corrode over time more rapidly, obviously. So this covers charging of the probe. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the probe ready for assembly, and that involves adding the tail spool. So we're going to use the tool from the Allen wrench set that is provided with the probe to remove these screws.
Always be careful and make sure you use the right tool.
Yes, this is a 1/8 inch Allen wrench.
Would you maybe want to apply anything to those screws as time goes on?
Yes, you may want to just apply some grease to them, just to, because these are stainless screws and aluminum threads, and over time there will be corrosion. They come pre-greased. Also, if you lose screws, there's spare screws in the hardware bag. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add this coupling that allows us to connect the actual probe to the tail spool. And then we reinsert the screws.
These don't have to be super tight.
Just going to do all three of them very loosely first to make sure that they're aligned properly, the holes. That's good enough. And now the probe is ready to be connected to the tail spool.
It's important to know when you actually got the probe out that with the tail spool in place, those screws can't actually come off. It's physically impossible for them to come out. So that's why one of the reasons you don't have to be go totally overboard when it comes to tightening those up.
Yeah. And so now, before deployment, don't forget to actually connect the line or pull the plug, because there will not be any data recorded without activating the probe by pulling the magnetic plug. Also, the one thing you won't be able to do is actually talk to the probe in this state, because the aluminum bulkhead of the tail spool covers up the Bluetooth antenna, so that you will not be able to talk to the probe with the tail spool connected to the probe. In order to establish communications and download data, what you need to do is you have to remove the tail spool, and now that exposes the Bluetooth antenna, which allows you to talk to the probe wirelessly. Generally, just one remark with regard to maintenance. It is important to keep the sensors clean, and that involves rinsing them with fresh water after use in salt water. This is the conductivity cells, especially this one has to be kept clean, so just rinse fresh water through here. And occasionally make sure that the screws are tight around here, and the pressure case up there. And ideally you want to air dry the probe before you store it in a case in order to prevent it from growing mold.